Welcome to WEFM's Midday News. Sponsored by Court St. Vincent Limited.
Switch to a ready cash loan today. Bring your loan to us and get 25% off your interest rate. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and hassle-free service so you can do all the important things you need with ease. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.shopcourts.com. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
And welcome back to WEFM's Midday News. First, on the local scene. The Ministry of Transport and Works has informed Spring Village community stakeholders that construction on the Hermitage Mountain Road will begin in the second quarter of this year. During a community consultation meeting at the Spring Village Methodist School on January 2nd, 2024, officials shared plans for the project, which is part of a series of public consultations scheduled for the North Leeward community this year. Damian Allen, Senior Quantity Surveyor at the National Roads Rehabilitation Program, assured residents that work will start on the first kilometer of the Hermitage Mountain Road. According to an official release by API, the project is expected to take a year to complete, and road access in the area may be disrupted. Honorable Carlos James, Member of Parliament for the North Leeward constituency, pledged support for farmers affected by the construction, offering assistance with the transportation of their produce. Technical officials from various government departments and private sector stakeholders will come together to discuss development programs within the constituency. James also emphasized that the community must be involved in the planning process as development should be centered on the people. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, RSVGPF, is expected to carry out a higher number of stop and searches throughout the year 2024 in efforts to combat the transit of illegal firearms. On Wednesday, Superintendent of Traffic, Parnell Brown, stated that persons may experience inconvenience. He said, "I believe some people will find this inconvenient because the firearms do not travel on foot. They have been transported on our roads by motor vehicles." Brown also disclosed that the Traffic Department will collaborate with the Crime Unit, the CID, and other units. He further stated that the Traffic Department does not only deal with matters regarding vehicles, but also with the process of preventing crimes from happening on the roads. In 2023, the RSVGPF reportedly seized 37 illegal firearms. The RSVGPF is reminding the public that the illegal gun amnesty will run from March 1st to the 21st of May, 2024. Still on the local scene, on January 5th, 2024, the Honorable Carlos James, Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will give a keynote address at the annual Sandals Global Sales Meeting in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. This event will gather international sales executives from all branches of the Sandals sales team, including North America, the United Kingdom, and Europe. The minister's speech aims to increase support for the island's tourism product offering in light of the upcoming opening of Sandals Resorts International's newest all-inclusive resort in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This new resort, situated between mountains and the sea against a lush rainforest backdrop, is set to welcome its first guests on March 27th, 2024. With direct flights to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from London Heathrow, Miami International Airport International, JFK in New York, and Pearson International in Toronto, Canada, the 50-plus acre resort will offer 301 rooms, including 2-story overwater villas, meandering rivers, and other Sandals firsts. Minister James expressed his satisfaction with the sustainable tourism development taking shape, stating, "All eyes are on St. Vincent and the Grenadines as an emerging tourism destination." On the regional scene, on New Year's Eve, a young man from Deneri was shot in the upper body outside the Bordeleas Correctional Facility, BCF. Reports from St. Lucia Times show that the man tried to throw a bag over the BCF perimeter fence containing contraband, including cannabis, mobile telephones, and alcohol. The prison's Special Operations Response Team, SORT, intercepted him at around 2 p.m., but the man was injured during the apprehension process. He was immediately taken to the Deneri Hospital, then later to the OKEU Hospital, where he received treatment and was released. The young man is said to be currently in police custody pending charges. Reports have also stated that later that day, at approximately 9:30 p.m., someone else attempted to throw contraband over the BCF fence. The suspect evaded arrest, leaving behind a haversack containing mobile phones, cannabis, and alcohol. The BCF conducted a significant exercise in November of last year called Operation Clean Sweep to locate and seize contraband from inmates. This operation involved correctional officers, the police, and members of the St. Lucia Fire Service, and they successfully seized over 1,500 contraband items. Still on the regional scene, Scotiabank's recent announcement of a new fee for interbank transfers was quickly met with opposition from the Barbados Central Bank. The financial institution had notified customers of its intention to charge for the service from next month, but the regulator stepped in mere hours later to put a stop to it. Despite earlier speculation among banking experts that other commercial banks would follow Scotia's lead, the regulator's order has prompted a radio silence among the banking community regarding the imposition of fees and bank-to-bank electronic transactions. Barbados Today first reported on Tuesday that the Central Bank of Barbados was investigating plans by Scotiabank to charge customers $1.25 to transfer funds from Scotia accounts to other local banks or credit unions using real-time payments (RTP) and automated clearinghouse (ACH) transfers through its online banking service and banking app. The bank also informed customers that the fee would apply to in-branch transactions. Later that day, the central bank governor, Dr. Kevin Greenidge, issued a circular to commercial banks directing them to discontinue any existing or planned imposition of fees on electronic transactions through the ACH, including RTP transactions. He also reminded banks of their obligation under the National Payments System Act (NPSA) to ensure transparency of conditions, including fees and information requirements for payments. Dr. Greenidge issued the directive under the authority of the 2021 NPSA, which grants the regulator the power to oversee the national payments system and consider the interests of consumers. On the international scene, rescuers in Japan are working tirelessly to locate survivors of the New Year's Day earthquake, but their time is limited as the critical 3-day window has now closed. The 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck the remote Noto Peninsula on Monday, killing at least 82 people and leaving many trapped under their collapsed homes in Suzu and Wajima. Unfortunately, after 72 hours, the odds of finding survivors decreased significantly. Assistance has been hindered by landslides and blocked roads, leaving hundreds isolated and tens of thousands without power and water. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida reported that rescuers had rescued 150 people so far and would continue their full-scale efforts to save as many as possible. Finally, in sports, in less than 2 days and 642 balls, India defeated South Africa by 7 wickets in the shortest test match ever played. On the first day, South Africa was bowled out for 55 runs, and despite Aiden McCram's impressive 106, they were all out again for 176 by the end of the second morning. The Taurus chased down the 79 runs needed for victory by the afternoon session on day 2 in Newlands. This remarkable match ended with India's triumph, resulting in a series draw of 1-1. South Africa was previously involved in the shortest test match ever played in 1932 against Australia, which was decided in just 656 balls. This has been WEFM's Midday News, sponsored by Court St. Vincent's Limited. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. news, and we thank you for listening.
Lynch Caribbean Brokers is here to innovate how your insurance works for you. Here to design